Now we will discuss the concept of alpha. Alpha is a measure of the difference between the expected return and the required return. So this is expected minus the required. So what is the required return? Required return is the theoretical return. For example, we can use the capital assets pricing model to find out what is the required rate of return of a stock for the given risk level of the stock. If you still remember, in the security market 9, we have the X as the beta and the y-axis as the expected return. And for a security market 9, we will have a straight line like this. So this line represents the expected return. And then, for example, if you find that a stock is going to have this amount of return, then this is the expected return. So the alpha is just the difference between the expected return and the required return. So this is the alpha. Okay, so in this case, the alpha is positive because the expected return is larger than the required return, and the stock is said to be undervalued. So there are two types of alpha. One is the so-called exposed, and the other is ex ante. Exposed means that we are going to use the historical data to calculate the alpha. So the expected return is just the historical return of the stock, and the required return will be the historical return of the similar assets. While for ex ante, it means the anticipation. So for example, let's say there is a stock. Now the current price is $10. And after calculation, you think that its intrinsic value is $12. However, you expect that by the end of this year, it's not just going to be $12, it is going to be $13, which is extra $1 by the end of this year. So then, which one should we use? We should use the ex ante alpha because this one is not happened yet. Then what is the expected return? So please remember, the expected return is going to be the expected value of the stock by the end of this year. So this is equal to 12 plus 1 instead of just equal to 12. Although you think that the intrinsic value is $12, but you are expecting it to be $13 instead of just $12 by the end of this year. So the gain is going to be 12 plus 1 minus $10. So this means that there will be $3 gain. So over $10, this is 30% gain in the stock. So 30% is the expected return. Now, assume that the required rate of return is equal to 25%. So it means that from this line, this point is 25, while this point is 30. So the alpha is going to be 5%.